welcome back to the Chew&Chat. I hope, hold on, that y'all can hear me with my new microphone. So I've got to turn it on to get my voice all around it. It's supposed to pick up on everywhere. Okay. It's National Chili Day. I was going to make chili dogs. Thought, y'all would love to see me eat some chili dogs. I'd love to eat chili dog for you. But my back, it's just not up to going out grilling. So I ordered barbecue from C&J's Barbecue here in Bryan, Texas. So I've got some brisket and some smoked turkey. Maybe we should do a do-over on Joel's celebrating his 800,000 subscribers. Sounds like a good idea to me. I hate when I do that. Okay. Let's see if I got everything I know. Because I ordered brisket. I ordered smoked turkey. I only got a half pound of chopped brisket. My boys like that. I got some pinto beans. I got some pickles here. I love a pickle. I ordered a medium potato salad. I brought me some onions. They gave me onions, but it was only just a little tiny thing of it, and I left that for my boys and my son's girlfriend. I was in there a second ago. I said, I asked her. I said, exactly what do you eat? Because that's gonna be a shorter list of what you don't eat. Because she is very picky. She goes, I eat meat, I eat pasta, French fries, and hash browns. You don't eat any tomatoes on the mashed potatoes, baked potatoes. And she goes, no, it's a texture thing. It's like, what the hell? Who doesn't like mashed potatoes and baked potatoes? She goes, she does like shrimp. She goes, she does like seafood. Yeah. Okay. Got some bread here. I think we should do a redo, a celebration of Joel's 800,000 subscribers. Because he loves barbecue. I think we should do that. Let's try these beans. I had some Rudy's. Uh-oh. I think I brought the wrong one. Hold on. Let me see if I have any more barbecue sauces in here. Malt vinegar. Sweet and sour. Ketchup. Soy sauce. But we'll just use a little bit of this because it's spicy to me. I thought I got the sissy one. Rudy's barbecue didn't matter if the sissy ones is spicy too. Okay. Let me just stick this over here. Can y'all see everything? I hope you can see and hear me with this new microphone. Hold on, do I got a knife? That's a fork. I don't need a fork. Okay. I need to bring some knives in here. Okay. Got water. Got black pepper. Ooh, that's spicy. My dogs are going crazy when I was getting my food while ago. Well, they make the best potato salad over here. It's just so creamy. Congratulations, Joel, for having a redo over your subscribers. Our party we had. You'll like this better anyway. It's barbecue. It tastes like barbecue. I love me a good sour pickle. Good Texas barbecue. C&J's Barbecue, Bryan, Texas. They started in College Station. I promised y'all a story. The story of my brother's death. You know, I found the article the other day on Ancestry. If I remember, if I can find it again. I think it's on Ancestry. I don't know. If I can find it, I'll post it at the end. Well, I had just turned 7 years old. 1975. My brother was 11. In a week, he was going to be 12. That weekend, before he went missing, we were living in Bremont, Texas. Bremont, Texas is between, I'm going to tell y'all, it's on Highway 6 between Bryan and Waco. A lot of people say, I don't know those little towns. It's on Highway 6 between Bryan, College Station, and Waco. My mother was teaching English at the high school. My brother was in the elementary school, across the street from the high school. I was in Catholic school. I have no idea why I was in Catholic school and he wouldn't. I have no idea. And so my brother was always slow to get up. I don't know. And my mother needed to get to work. She needed to drop me off at school and everything. And my brother had just gotten a new bicycle a few months before that. And my mother told him, get dressed and go to school. Use your bicycle. It was right down the street. Now, Bremon's a little tiny little town. And last time I saw him alive, he was running around the house in his underwear. And my mother's yelling at him to get ready and make sure to be at school on time. And so I had fatty barbecue. He just called my name. So my mother drops me off at school. And she goes to school. I think it's around lunchtime or something. And elementary school gets to send a message across the street to her saying that Jamie never came to school today. If he was sick or something. So we only lived maybe 3 or 4 minutes away. So she jumps in the car. Went looking for him. His bicycle's still there. His new radio he had just gotten that weekend before was gone. And there was an old, dilapidated, old 2-story house from back in like the 1800s or whatever. Kids used to go there and play, and so we could do that back then. Now parents would go to jail. And so she ran around calling him, riding around looking for him, and she called work and told him, she was looking for Jamie and everything, and they sent a substitute or somebody to watch her classes. I guess they ended up calling the police, and the police were looking for him. And my grandma and grandpa lived in Calvert, Texas, and my grandpa had some land where he had cows between Calvert and Bremond. Somebody had told my mother that they had seen a little white boy walking down the road on the highway, matching Jamie's description. So she's like, oh, well, he must have took off and went to Calvert to see my grandpa, because they were very close. And he had his black lab dog, Montgomery, that lived with him. And, because we lived in a rental house. And so I'm trying to tell you this is what I've heard till I get into the part. And so my mother calls my grandpa and tells him Jamie's missing. And then he calls back a few months later. He goes, there's been an accident between Bremond and Calvert that a little boy has gotten killed and ran over by a train. They don't know what color he is. They don't know if he's black or white or what color it is. But The train had 80, had 100 something cars, 81 or something like 80 something cars ran over him, the little boy. And so they sent the Methodist preacher to Bremont to pick up me and my mother. I think I stayed till after school. Someone came and picked me up. And they came and picked us up, and I remember Mass that morning. They were saying, I can't remember exactly what they were saying, but I was preaching to my mother. And I preached all the way almost to Calvert until the Methodist preacher told me, girls can't be priests. Well, that broke my heart right then. So we get to Calvert and we pull up in front of the Justice Peace building on Highway 6 was Justice Peace. And they opened up the back of this car, and just the smell of the diesel from all those trains. They had parts of his radio and stuff in this bag. It was just horrendous, that diesel. And my mother screaming, crying. And they take us to the funeral home. Hartfield Funeral Home, when they were still in business. And they made me sit outside in the little waiting room. My mother's crying and screaming, and they said they had to pick Jamie up in the garbage bag. There was nothing left of him. Said the only way they identified him was from his shoes and parts of his radio. But nothing else. You couldn't tell what color he was. My mother wanted to see him. They wouldn't let him. I wouldn't either. And so what happened was, my brother decided to skip school. He knew what time my grandpa fed the cows. So he decided, I'm going to walk down Highway 6 and go meeting at the pasture. Well, to get him to the pasture, he had to walk on Highway 6, cut off into this dirt road, and then he had to walk down these railroad tracks. And then there was a trestle that was, I think they said 200 feet long. He had to, and down below there was just water moccasins everywhere, just snakes everywhere. And it was very high. It was kind of like high, almost as high as the bridge that the train went over and Back to the Future. It was very high. So the train conductor, he saw Jamie walking on that, and he was halfway there across. Instead of him trying to slow down, he sped up. And Jamie's running, and the train conductor, he said, well, the stupid little boy should have jumped. And so he ran over him. And there's probably still pieces of him down there. And that's what happened to my brother. I was always known as the little girl whose brother got run over by the train. Man, I already had 20 minutes. I gotta eat my food. So, my mother cried and cried. My mother was never the same after that. And so, after he was killed, my mother would go sleep on his grave. I guess next to it. So I guess a few days afterwards, when Calvert had a big tornado, she said she was out there. All this wind started coming. Metal started flying off. She said it almost hit her and almost cut her head off. So she ducked in time. So she got in the car. She's riding around during the tornado. But she destroyed a bunch of buildings. One of the ag teachers at Calvert High School cut his arm off. He had to get one of those hook things on his arm. And I remember my grandma screaming, yelling at me, "Open the windows!" See, back then, it was if a tornado was coming, you opened up all the windows, so your windows wouldn't explode from the pressure. Now they say it don't matter. I should have brought me a spoon in there for these. It was very delicious. Joe needs to come on down here and enjoy some of this food with me. And I hadn't even opened up my water yet. Here we are, almost 23 minutes. So, after that we moved to Waco. And my mother bought this hope chest, wooden hope chest. And on top of it, it had needle point where you could sit on it. We moved into this really nice apartment. Back then, it was $250. That's a lot now. That's probably $1,700 a month now. And she put that thing. She had a huge walk-in closet. I couldn't stand going in her bathroom whenever the smell of that diesel. She wrapped his clothes up good, in plastic and stuff. But the diesel is just so strong. It just seeped through there. No one ever asked me how I was. It's always my mother. No one's ever asked me how am I. After my brother got killed, after my kid's father died, after my mother died, No one asks, how are you? How you doing? I just get by day by day, hour by hour. These beans are delicious. I'm fixing to drink them out. I should have bought a bigger one of that. Well, that was delicious. Ooh, had a little bit of spice at the end of it. So, I'm going to have to put in the descriptions what I talk about. I like to have a recipe for this potato salad. It's delicious. I wish I could get rid of that stuff in my throat. Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's been so long since my brother got killed. If you have another paranormal, well, my psychic visions, I get these visions. My visions are nothing happy. My visions are when something terrible is going to happen. And, I don't like it. And, one was when the World Trade Center got hit. I was on the phone. I was vacuuming. I had my phone. Oh, it was a cordless phone. We didn't have cell phones yet. Well, I didn't have one. I don't know if they had them out then or not, but I was on the phone with my great aunt Thelma, and I was talking to her, and I got this vision of my head, in my head. I never know what those buildings were. I always call them two ugly buildings. They just look so out of place. Man, somebody sure is loud. I didn't know what they were. I just called them two ugly buildings. I just remember seeing them fall to the ground in my head, and I remember stopping. Because I remember I was vacuuming under the dining room table, and I remember seeing this little boy up under the table, and he didn't have no hair. And I was like, his family must be the ones that were haunting my other house. And I remember seeing him sitting up there, and I told my aunt about it on the phone. Then I got this vision, those two ugly buildings falling down. And I was telling her, she goes, "Oh, don't say something like that." I said, because other things I've seen, earthquakes and stuff, had came true. And I think it was probably like 6 months later that happened. So, I was going to tell you, it was in January 1988. I had this dream of my brother coming up, driving up our yard, front yard. We had a circle driveway. Pulled up in this old, like 1940s red pickup. He had this guy on the front seat. He was knocking on the door, trying to get in. And my mom was trying to pull him back. I kept saying, "Don't answer the door, don't answer the door." I said, "No, this is not Jamie." And she's like, No, it's Jamie, I want to see him." I said, "No, don't answer that door." He's yelling, telling me, "Open up the door." He goes, "I'm coming to take Grandma with me." I was like, "No, you're not taking Grandma with you." I said, "Oh, you leave." He goes, "No." He goes, "I'm picking up people and taking them with me." I told my mother this story the next day. I think it was a couple days later. My grandmother was going in to have some kind of procedure. And it didn't go well. Her blood pressure went up, and then she started getting blood clots everywhere. So they rushed her to the hospital, and with her diabetes so bad, they were talking about amputating her legs. And so that day I was chatting with Grandma. She was talking about she had just gotten her perm, and I talking about I just got me a new perm, and we were talking about going shopping and doing this and that, and we her initial visit, I told her, I said, I'm going to take you home. And I just found out I was pregnant like a week or two before. And it's like, you know what, I'm taking my grandma home, back to Calvert. I'm going to take care of my grandma. I'm going to raise my baby in Calvert while I'm taking care of her. I said, "Oh, she's getting better," or whatever. So, instead of asking my aunt asking us to come stay at her house, we had to come 4 hours back home. And then we were going to go back the next day. It's just, my friend Susan, she's Mexican, she goes, "White people are just weird. They don't invite people to come stay with them." It's like, no. Nobody I know does that. And so, we left, and I think it was that morning we were getting ready to go back to Port Lavaca. And she a blood clot from her leg, free or something, started going everywhere in her body. So they're like, "You need to get back here fast." So we threw our stuff together and This was from February 5th, 1988. And we get back to the hospital, and my grandmother, she was just laying there in the bed. So we went there and visited her a few minutes, and it's going to be in time. Then one of my aunt's friends came along or something, she's like, go take her in there to go see her. And before she passes away. And as soon as we only stayed there maybe 10 minutes, and as soon as we walked out, her alarms started going off, whatever, and she passed away. So I was the last one to see her alive. Me, that person. I don't know who it was. But my brother came and took my grandmother. I'm so full. I'm gonna save this to some. See if I can eat that. I might have to put it in a bag. It's cold. It was nice and hot. It's still good. But my stomach, man, it's about to pop. I don't know. Maybe it's what my brother does. Maybe they have jobs like that. They go around and take people's souls to heaven. I wouldn't like it in the house. I just know my mother was so mad. He finally got back in the truck. Drove off with that teenage boy. He's like 18, 19 years old. Then it was August 27th, 1991 or 1990. My great aunt and uncle was coming to my, I say it was Christopher's second birthday, so it must have been 1990. I remember them coming into the house. I told my mother, my uncle looks terrible. He'll be dead within a month. She goes, oh no, don't say that, something like that. He died September 26, 1990. One day more than a month. I remember we lived in Waco. I remember sitting in the chair. I was probably 8 years old at the time. And I said, I'm gonna die when I'm 42 years old. So I was like, you know what? There's no reason to really do much with my life because I'm gonna be dead when I'm 42 years old. Yeah, when I was dating my kid's father, I remember telling him that. He goes, oh no. He goes, I'll probably die before you. I said, oh no. I said, I'm gonna die when I'm 42 years old. I didn't die when I'm 42. He died when he was 42. Though, I guess what I was seeing is my heart breaking, the death of my soul, of him dying. I remember little girls always said they dream about their wedding and stuff like that. I used to get all kind of visions when I was little. They say you get a lot of them when you're little. And I said, I remember I'd sit there and think, oh, what colors would I want my wedding to be? You know, what kind of dress would I want? I was 7 or 8 years old. I still got my little piece of turkey meat real quick. Hold on. I remember seeing this vision of me walking down the aisle, but there was nowhere at the end, standing there. So I knew I would never get married. I never thought I'd have kids until one of my friend's grown-up mother did this ring test. She put her wedding ring on a chain, and then she put it in front of your belly or something. I don't know. She said I was gonna have 2 boys, and I did have 2 boys. But have y'all had anything like that? You've had like visions, something come true. Did you know how many children you're gonna have? Are you gonna get married? Who you gonna marry? That turkey's so good. I'm almost through. We're having a nice little celebration. I hope y'all can hear me. Okay, I'll put closer. I hope it's working. I remember I made this one video one time. Man, there was no audio. I don't know what happened to it. There's nothing worse than doing a video and end up having no sound. I like to do that because some people like that sound. Whew. All right. All right. I hope y'all enjoy this video. And y'all leave me a comment about this. I don't know why I picked out white. They had white, silver, and black. I guess because I don't know, because my other one was, I don't know. Hopefully it works. I really don't care if it matches or not. It's cute. I like this my thing here changes colors. About the thing. It's a blue microphone. Blue. BLUE. Got on Amazon. So let me go. My doggies probably need to come here and I need to go feed them, and y'all congratulate Joel Hansen. Yeah. I hope he does something spectacular like I'm gonna do with my million subscribers. Now, y'all don't forget that when I hit that million subscribers, make sure you subscribe, because I'm gonna be taking one of you and your loved ones or friends, relatives, somebody with you. We're going to go take a trip. So I'm keeping all y'all's names, and I'm gonna scroll through there and pick out one of y'all's names when we hit that 1 million. And I told you before, we're going to go to London. We're going to go to Scotland. We're going to Wales. We're going to Austria. Or somewhere else. I don't know. It's all expense paid. I'm going to pay for everything. It'll be your airfare, your food, your hotel. You want to go t-shirts. You'll have to get your own passport. But that's nothing compared to what I'm going to pay for you and some lucky subscriber. And my friend Michelle, she said since she lived in Ireland. Did I say Ireland? We were going to go to Ireland too. She's going to go with us. She's traveled abroad before and stuff, and she's went to college and stuff in Ireland, and so she's going to travel with us. So show us the site. So y'all make sure to subscribe, because I know this is going to be a big deal. So make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share. Hit that bell notification. Click that bell notification. Make sure it's all black. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.